Yellow.
Hey, Popeye,
What?
how many pay pie did you get me?
Yellow.
Hey, Popeye,
What?
how many pay pie did you get me?
I think you got a total of 600 and something.
It hit 46 last night.
46 bucks? I mean, cents?
Cents.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's good.
Wait until it turns into a BitConnect.
No,
Right?
no, you don't want that.
33 cents goes to $300.
Yeah, those, I mean, maybe in a few years, you never know. You never know.
Roll scam, you get in, and when you're ready, you get out. And for everyone else, sorry about your luck. You know what you're getting into. You just watch it.
But some people don't. That's the thing. They look at these guys, they've got this office building with this giant sign behind them. This guy's going to a warehouse with all this, Bitcoin mining equipment. This has to be real. They're really going to do it, and they're not.
The whole world is imaginary. This whole system is set up as a scam. Here's what I found out the other day. I got rid of the Mystique, right?
Oh, you did?
Guy gives me $150 for it. I was happy to get it, whatever. He comes over here. Really nice guy. He goes, man, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on, okay? Cars aren't worth anything close to what people are asking, and it's because about 6 years ago, when everybody could sell their car, they could get $1,000, lease, $800. That is all gone, but people don't know it. All the cars that we couldn't sell here were going to either Argentina or Venezuela. They would buy every car that couldn't be sold here, and they would cut them up, and then, I guess, use the metal and rebuild cars down there, whatever. They wanted to steal. Steel now is down to 5 or 6 cents a pound. The places that have parts, junkyards, they don't want it because there's so much of this crap all over the place that there was a time you get $250, $300 for a scrap car, if not more. But today there's so much of a glut of it. He says, I'm taking your car directly right now out of the back of my little tow truck, right down to the place they're going to weigh the car. They see the weight. They take the aluminum off. They take this out, that out, and I scrap the rest of it. It's done. This is not going to a buy here, pay here, or anything else. The market changed, and then he didn't go into detail. Anyway, I told him about you. He says, man, I was just talking to my friend yesterday who's got some money, and he's ready to spend $10,000 on BitConnect.
No.
And I went, my friend just did a video about that. You should go look at it. I gave him your initials and all that, Jason the Four and all that. And this girl called the other day, and his friend wants to buy $1,000 worth of something, and he was going to check out your video. But this is the only game in town because you can get in and get burned, or you can get in at the early stage and maybe get out and make some serious money with it. And the reason why I got into PayPal was because it was under $1. It's like a penny stock. If that sucker goes to $2 or $3, look at the times you made. I mean, if I get 1,000 of these little units, right, and just leave it alone, and let's just say it hits $20 for some reason, why not? Others have done it, right?
Yeah.
You can get yourself $20,000 or even $10,000, whatever, on an investment that costs you a few $100. That's the way to get in and get out. But you have to watch it every day. I mean, it went to 46 cents, and then I went, oh my God, I just happened to check it last night. I mean, it went from 28 to 46 cents. That's like silver going from $20 to like $30.
Yeah. Well.
Right?
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
What kind of difference does it make? Who cares what it is? Right? The purpose of the silver was only to get to a certain price so that you can unload it and take your profits, which has never ever happened. And this is why I think our people who are getting into this are sick of the silver. They're sick of the stock market, of stocks that are going anywhere because there's only a few that are really doing anything. Right. Just like this. Certain ones are either making it and certain ones aren't. You think PayPal is a good one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As good as a Litecoin or Ethereum or that?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's all about what they do with the token. And the token, right. In this case, remember, PayPal was one of these things where they're trying to put, hey, everybody has a phone these days. Download the such and such app. And it's tied into basically getting you paid, and you get paid today. You work today, you're getting paid today. You're not waiting end of the week.
That's
I need grocery money.
That's what that's about. Right.
And there's a lot of industries that could use that immediately. Construction was an example they used because that's one of those industries. There's a lot of those kind of guys. I need to get day laborers and that.
Right.
So that industry alone would be huge for this. But take it everywhere. Why? What? The old monthly, weekly, biweekly. you know, why even mess with that? You work today, get paid today. Hey, we have this new system. Oh, great. You know.
Why would it go up so fast? They haven't even started yet, have they?
No, not quite, not yet. They last I heard from the guy, I talked to him about 3 weeks ago. The same guy that I interviewed, the CEO guy, and he. Oh, got a scam call coming in.
A what?
I got a scam call coming in. You know, my little app tells me on my phone. You know, it's when
like IRS is like the
whoever, yeah, it was stupid. You know, hey, sign up for a credit card, automated voice. You know, it knows, it just stops it. So, anyways, when I talked to him a few weeks ago, he had said, you know, yeah, we're running this a little bit behind, and you know, after we've collected all the Ethereum and all that stuff and all the tokens already, we have to go through the auditing process. We've got to do some legal stuff that it's not, you know, stuff we didn't, you know, not we expected it, but it's just taking us a little bit longer. He said, yeah. So and I thought he said he was good. We ought to be hearing something sometime this month, if I recall, because I think I talked to him in October, and sometime in November I thought he said what they were shooting for. But I mean, if it's backed up a little bit with whatever part of the process and it ends up going into December before, you know, everything starts getting going, you know.
Yeah, care.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's again, but when you hear my story and other people's story, he got in, and 3 weeks later, you know, massive return. You know, not people, and some people experience that themselves, and some of these other ones, some other ones that I wasn't in had done similar, as well as ones that I have been in have done it again. You know, and so people, you know, it's like, let's not be spoiled. Like these are kind of the one-offs, but they have happened a few times, so it's not just a one-off. You know, but let's, you know, at the same time, be patient on the ones you know are good ones. You know, hey, this is something solid here. Let's, you know, just sit on it.
Well, just set a goal. Just set a goal. Because first of all, this game ain't going to stop for a while.
Yep.
And there's always going to be a new one coming around. And you're really safe. I mean, look, if you could buy 1,000 something for, say, $300, right?
Right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
33 cents.
Yep.
Then you find another one that's 18 cents, 20 cents, whatever. You have less of a risk when you go with something like that than to go with, BitConnect's $300, man. It's supposed to go to 1,000. Why would you want to take that chance? You were the smart one that bought it at like, $5 or $6, and that wasn't that long ago.
That was very awesome, yeah.
You look at these things, you know.
Well, that's the thing, though. I didn't have to relinquish, you know, whatever I had, you know, whatever tokens I had to some company to let them play with it and tell me, well, this is what we're going to do with it. You can't see it. We're not going to show you any performance. We're not going to show you nothing. Trust us. We're going to give you these insane returns daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is. And then at the very end of 4, 5, 6, 8 freaking months from now, you'll be able to pull your initial investment plus all that interest you've earned, except during that process, you're probably going to want to reinvest. And each time you reinvest, you add an additional day to the time you can pull it out. So you can reinvest daily profits or take them out, which is, you know, $10, $20 a day, whatever it is.
Who wouldn't do that, right? I mean,
if it really worked, right, exactly. But that's the thing, people are doing it.
Nothing works like that.
Right, and here's what's going to happen to a lot of these people because they weren't the first in line. They're going to get burned. They're going to lose all what they had in there because they let it compound like everybody else rather than even take the profits out as it was coming, you know, daily or weekly to at least get something back. They don't want to do that.
You could take that out?
You can only take out the interest being earned. So if you put in $10,000 and you're on one of these things that pays $100 a day, you know, 10% interest, okay, that means you can take $100 a day out. But how many days is it going to be before you get to your initial $10,000? If it's $100 a day, right? So
100 days.
Right. So which is why these things fail down the line, because by the time, you know, unless you're putting your profits back in, instead of taking that $100 a day, what they do is they say, well, I want it to compound. So I'm going to add that $100 right back inside every day. Well, but you can make a fortune if you leave it in. Again, that's the selling point. You can make a fortune if you let it compound. Put it back in, let it compound. So that, again, these people are going to get burned, and then they're going to realize, man, I should have just stuck with these damn ICOs, the Ethereums, the Litecoins, and just sat on these damn things. Again, even the ICO, some of them hadn't really been moving, which I told people, they're going to move. These are good, solid ideas. There's good teams behind these people. I'm bringing them on my show. I'm talking to them. I'm asking questions. I've already done some research on these people, you know, like, you know, and I don't have a perfect track record. You know, the face coin, I wasn't really super excited about face coin or anything, but I was like, I'm going to throw a little bit at this one. And it turned out to amount to $1. What's that?
Was that the gambling one?
No, that was Wildcoin. Actually, they're making some good progress, actually. They just got their license, I think, and their headquarters, so to speak, which is in another country, offshore thing, which they were upfront up with everybody to begin with, telling us that's where everybody goes on the online gambling and gaming thing, because that's where you do it. Right, so there was nothing to hide, of course.
I think the Chinese, I have check this out, I put $25 in like every couple of weeks. And I play online. I'm betting on football games. I'll play a little video, you know, cheap $1, $2 bet,
yeah.
just for the excitement of winning. And I went to play a game the other day, a video game. And the thing, I went to play, I played 2 cents, 5 lines, which is a 10-cent bet. And when I hit the word skip, instead of watching the video before the game starts, you hit skip, and then it goes to the game. Well, when it hit skip and it didn't move, I hit skip again, and by hitting skip the second time, I actually hit, which I couldn't see, maximum bet of $15. And all of a sudden, the thing starts to spin, and I won $100.
Oh, nice.
I then checked out to cash out. The only way you could cash out without paying any fee, this is unbelievable, is through Ethereum and through Bitcoin. There is no charge.
Oh, I'll give you my address.
Wire?
I'll give you my address. I'll give you my Bitcoin or Ethereum address. You give it to me. I'll give you the cash, or I'll put it right in the PayPal for you.
Well, if I take the money out and I have to gamble, then I'm just going to put it back in, right?
Right.
So just take the 100. In fact, it happened again. I won the 100, and then I thought the game was straightened out, and I went back to it again about a week. It did the same exact thing again, and I won 60. So I was up to like $160, and that was about a week ago. I am down to 100 because not because of that game. I didn't go back to that game, just because of other games and the way the system is set up. You are going to lose. I only was ahead because I had a fluke of an accident that was in my favor, because I've done this before and lost. But if you try to go, we'll send it through Western Union, $40 fee, put it in your account, there's a fee. Bitcoin, no charge. Ethereum,
no charge. Love it.
That tells you right there, those two are real.
Yep, they're being used.
And any company that is competing with casinos, with cryptocurrency, will succeed, because gambling in this country is off the chain.
Oh, elsewhere too. Yeah, the Western world, yeah.
All over the world, I mean, places like Philippines and Thailand, these people gamble, and that's part of their life. So it's just a question of study which of these make sense and which ones are just trying to jump in there and get a quick buck and then sooner or later get out of it. But that's
Speaking of the Philippines and the Asians, they actually created their own casino recently. It's called the multi-level marketing Ponzi scheme, and the house always wins, and that's what they're doing now. They don't have to play games. We sheeple Americans and other Westerners, we're the ones playing the games. We're putting in high interest. There's always a level of greed, I mean, in everybody. There's always some level of, get mine, but again, that's what drives everybody. And that's why people do it. But I mean, there's a lot of people who say, look, I know it's high risk. I'm going to throw $100, $200 in this thing, and if I lose it, fine. That's where I was coming from before.
$200 in this. But what I'm going to do is, I'm done with the silver. Because if the silver is going to take off, and let's say they even hit $50 an ounce, now I got 250 ounces of this stuff. What the hell do I need? I mean, I'm not into buying big toys and stuff like that.
Right.
I just want to be able. To me, it's just play, right? It's just play, whatever. As long as I have a place to live and then car drives and whatever. That's all I'm looking for.
Well, here's the thing: if what Cliff I said about me is true in his data, and he hasn't been wrong yet, that by 2020, Enterprise Joe, I don't know what it is, you're going to be super successful, kind of a thing. We're gonna have to wait and see. But that's what the data showed. And at the time, I didn't know, because when he first told me that, we weren't talking Bitcoins and crypto. We weren't even having conversations like that.
That was before you even hit big, right? That's before.
Oh, wait. That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
So where I'm going with this is, my family is not going to have to worry about stuff. If I'm going to be at some point in time making some kind of money like that, look, this RV that I'm buying, I told you about.
It's free.
It's free. Not only that, everyone's asking about, recently, I was like, look, this crap that happened with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, where everyone all of a sudden, people are out talking how Bitcoin Cash is going to jump way up and it's going to overtake Bitcoin. There was this plan plotted from back in July, and I'm reading this thing and I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it. And they're talking about SegWit 2 fork is coming, but here's the hint: it's never going to happen. They're going to cancel at the last minute. There was never the intention. So what's going to happen is they're going to push Bitcoin Cash to take over Bitcoin, and then have all the exchange and everyone agree to just change the name to Bitcoin, even though it's Bitcoin Cash. And I'm reading this like, So it sounds like a hostile takeover kind of thing. Well, I'm thinking it's going to take an act of God to topple Bitcoin. It's been at that gold, it's the gold standard. It's number one, but it could have happened. So I'm telling everybody, hey, let's watch this. You need to watch this like a hawk. And I'm telling them that last Friday, hey, watch this, because we need to really see what's going on. If it starts to overtake and Bitcoin's coming down, now they're the same price, we need to watch this. So I'm playing that move. Bitcoin's coming down. Bitcoin Cash is coming up. I get into Bitcoin Cash at like just under $800 or so. And, I've got like 5 or 6 of these things.
$300 like what, 3 or 4 months ago, right?
Not even. Less than a month ago, it was at that price.
200 or 300, yeah.
3 something, yeah. So anyway, so I'm playing this. Then Bitcoin starts to rise. I flip it back over there. Bitcoin Cash starts to go down. I flip it back again. Then they go back up. My Bitcoin's going down. I flip it again. I scrape some of that profit off, threw it into EOS, threw it into OMG coin, threw it into Litecoin. Litecoin's blasting off. OMG didn't really move too much. EOS goes from 60, which I don't know what it was at the exact moment, but when I first got into EOS, it was 60 cents. It was up to $1.20. I sold out at about $1.15, but that was before this whole Bitcoin shenanigans was happening. And I was waiting for an opportunity to jump back in. I ended up jumping back in at that. It was right around that same price anyways. And I'm like, well, I want to put this money, this crypto money right into there, into EOS, because this action between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, I'm just going to let it sit over here. It went up pretty nicely. Like it's at $1.80, $1.70. I looked just this morning.
Wow. And
so I'm like, holy crap. So I scraped some profits off a little bit of that, and I still got essentially the Bitcoin that I had before. And so I'm like, holy crap. I'm looking at what I just did, and I'm like, holy shit, my RV, I just paid for my RV. This last week, I just paid for it full with this. My portfolio basically, essentially stays the same. Matter of fact, it's still up. It's still up pretty significantly because of the action over the last several days.
About 25,000 left over from the 100,000. Isn't that what you were using to buy this?
Yeah.
But you made so much flipping back and forth that you made that much money in the past week or so.
Yeah. But that 25 or whatever from the leftover. Training. Yeah, and keep in mind, I was buying with my own cash during that time period too, because I was telling everyone's like, pay the car off, pay your car off. You got all this money coming in, with all this stuff, the YouTube, your day job, everything's good. We don't have much debt. Pay your car off quick. And I'm like, Evelyn, I don't want to do that. I want to pay them. I'm actually going to pay just a hair above the minimum on this credit card that I got left to pay this car off, because I'm killing it with these things, so I don't want to do that. And so the next month comes, sure enough, we made some money on it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she's like, next month, all right, start doing it. I'm like, no, just wait. So she's like, all right, fine. So we wait another month. It's, I'm waiting 6 months to pay this thing off. I should have had it paid off like in, 2 months. So I'm throwing that money in there. Not to mention, I'm pulling some out of the bank account to get into some of this stuff, even though I'd already done the Veritasium trade. So, because I can see I want more money into this. And so I've had that money going into all these things too. So it wasn't just that 25K left over or whatever from the house, down payment, all that stuff.
They should dabble in it.
And that's just it.
Every month, just buy whatever. Don't take all your lump sum of savings and get into this. Always keep a reserve. And then, like I said, if I was putting $100 into silver every month and it's gone absolutely nowhere, and I set my goal where I wanted to be, well, where do I want to put it now? I'll just buy these coins. And every day, as I used to do with the silver back in the day when it actually used to move, back in the 80s, where it's up 20 cents, I have 1,000 ounces, I just made $200. It went from $10 to $15, and I had 1,000 ounces, and I made $5,000. It was fun. I'm doing this for fun. And when I looked last night to see if it got from 28, I hadn't hit 30 yet, 30 cents. I'm looking for 30 cents, because I'm in at 33.
Yep.
How many cents I have? I have what, 600 something? What do I have?
6 something, yeah. I don't know the exact amount right now, but 600 something.
Well, did you get me at 28 cents? Is that what you got me in?
Yeah, I didn't go out and buy anymore. I just took what I owned and looked at the price that day, and said, okay, I'll give him,
Oh, all right. That's fine. All right. But I think it's 28. So I just have an idea.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then every day I just look at it, I look at Andrea's too. I know what Andrea's in at, so I'll just say, Andrea, you're just about ready to break even. Her attitude is, I think I want to get out when it breaks even, but I'm not going to discourage and say, listen, you already put it in the open, so just leave it there.
What do you say the price was to pay by when you looked?
46, and I looked again, it was 39 cents.
Yeah, it's 41 right this second.
Yeah, that's a hell of a move.
Yep.
That means $28,000 just turned into 30. What's it? We said it's 41. Person could put 28,000, and now they're worth 41,000 in less than what, a month and a half. Where can you do that? What kind of commission do you pay on that?
Right. Hey, yeah, and then the story of Evelyn going to the bank. Hey, we wanted you to talk to our financial advisor. Hey, it's me, Evelyn. Did you get a chance to talk to your husband? I'd like for you guys to come in and talk about some retirement options. Bozo, didn't I tell you already? My husband made an absolute freaking killing on crypto. Do you think he's even going to talk to you? You're trying to sell me dial-up internet. We're on effing Fios. You know what I mean? Like, what are you smoking? Get out of there. Get out of there. Just quit your job. Like, what are you doing?
Well, you're going to start to see some of these investment firms starting to do this.
I already did a video. It's done. They're coming.
They got no choice. They're
coming. They're waiting for the CME group, of course. CME group, COMEX. They're going to create a derivatives, thing that's, big boys can play with. But the thing is, because everyone's like, oh, they're going to crash the price of everything. They're going to start doing that crap. Wait a minute. No. There's so many exchanges.
Yeah.
That's one exchange. And gold and silver, they are the exchange. They're the ones that set the price. There's no other exchange you can go to really.
One price exchange, another price, and that exchange. Sorry, dude. When 5 of the 6 of them have this price, and that 6 of them got that price, we're not going with that nonsense.
Right.
We'll stick with the ones that are ethical. And you only have a certain limit of these coins. There's only a certain number of Bitcoin. How do you manipulate it? By using derivatives.
Well, because the derivatives of bet. It's paper. It's no different. They'll print an ass load of paper for these contracts. Yeah, this contract for 200,000 Bitcoin. 200,000 Bitcoins worth of paper derivatives, and then everyone's sitting on the derivatives, making how those things work, multiples of their money on the price action. Of course, if it goes, and there are price swings, right? So can you imagine the kind of price swings that we see in these cryptos when they go down, because they go up and they go down hard too? Do you know how
they do?
You're going to see people wiped out. I had my stops in place. Remind me of myself in 2008, thinking I'm going to put my stops in to keep myself safe. My dad told me the story about him losing 1,000 ounces of silver because they effed him in the A back in the 1980s. I'm going to make sure I got my stops in place so that I don't get crushed if this thing falls. Oh, hey, you wake up the next morning, you did get crushed. It went from $21 down to $17. You owe us $500 of margin call. Your account's cleaned out. What the F happened, dude? I had stops in place. Well, I know they triggered, but there were no buyers.
Right through the stop.
Right through the stop. There's no stop because there's no one to buy. So at $16, $17, whatever, we had some, the buys came in and we liquidated it automatically.
Yeah, I said, the buyers were.
And I said, and what happens if the price rebounds a couple of dollars? Well, it's already liquidated. It doesn't matter at that point. Yeah, but I'd have at least $2,000 instead of none now. Well, that's just the way it works. You're gonna have to wire this money to us immediately. I'm not wiring it to you immediately. You'll get it the next day or two.
Yeah. No, you're right. You can't put that. Listen, it's all a scam.
Lesson learned.
You get in. When you get in, I mean, other people playing the scam with Medicare and not Medicaid, but like food stamps. And when the storm came in, I lost all my food and my.
And they didn't. And they didn't. Yep.
And they gave them hundreds of dollars for extra. I mean, I talked to people who got. They normally got $300 in food stamps. They gave her $800. Her aunt got $2,000. I don't know how my aunt got $2,000. She makes more money than my mom does, and her husband works. I don't even ask. Okay, everyone is scamming. And those people who aren't scamming, I'm not condoning scamming by any means.
Sure.
I'm just saying the only way you're going to make it is if you try to take a shot at it. Just like with this gambling thing. I placed a bet, I win, I lose. But you always win less than what you lose. If you bet $2, you may win $1.60. You're not going to win $2. But you'll lose $2 when you lose the bet.
Right.
And only because the system had something screwed up in their computer system did they accidentally give me 2 big wins. By stealing, not my 10 cents, they stole $15. It just so happened to go into my favor, not theirs. But they're probably doing this to so many people, not just me. Prove it in China,
exactly,
Hong Kong, or Bangkok that they did this to you. Because this has happened before to me, and I did call them up. We'll have to investigate it. What time did you make this bet? And then our records show, we got back in me 2 days. Our records showed that everything was fine on our end. Had to be see, what can you do about it?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So
So if people could just say, look, get into these cryptos, don't even do the crazy stuff, none of this high yield, multi-level, just stay away. Just sit on these things. You can freaking win for once in your life. Hey, the small guy gets to win, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. This is one of those things you finally can freaking win. And there's a few people still very resistant. No, Joe, I'm not doing it. I'm like, fine, do what you want to do, but we're winning. By the way, did you hear my story? I just bought an effing RV. I pick it up Wednesday. It's beautiful, and I paid for it in a week's time of playing crypto games. Like, or like the poster they had made for us, the Star Wars background, Crypto Wars. Playing the Crypto Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Cliff High, and Jason Ip, and Big Swear. I'm playing the game.
Yeah, no, we did. You did the same thing with your house. You played the same game. Oh, you want to take my house? Oh, you want to do this? That's okay. I can play. I'll find out what my legal ramifications are.
Right,
and now you played and you won.
Right, and I sat in my house for 5 years, didn't make a mortgage payment. All right, we're tired of fighting. Settle with us. Okay, take a nice little lump sum of money. You leave. We'll foreclose, and everybody's happy. They don't foreclose. They sell the effing loan off to somebody else. I fight it, through the credit agency. Hey, this is they in breach of contract. They sold it to this guy. He's hit my credit score now. Now I've got 2 marks on my credit score for the same thing from 2 different companies. They wiped it off. Now I can get a house. Holy crap. I don't even have to wait like a few years for my credit recovery. Are you kidding me? Evelyn, look at this house. Oh my God, Veritasium is exploding today. Evelyn, we could do this. Everything lined up. That's just it. Most people roll over. J Snip 4 does not roll over. I will not take it lying down.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, listen, I think it's great. I think it's great that you, no matter how much bad feedback, how much silver gold man, anyone else who's lost money, who's got on the bottom of your screen, all of that doesn't stop you from pursuing. You're about the only one that's really doing that, and that's why you're still getting over 1,000 a month. What do you think these 1,000 a month are? They don't want to hear about. They don't want to hear about the president. Okay? They're there for the same reason.
You talking new subscribers? You talking about
55,000?
Yeah, I'm getting about 2,000. I'm getting 2,000 a month, roughly.
You think you could tell?
Yeah, I look at the stats. It tells me every month.
Oh, and where do you think that's coming from? People who've had enough of this 1% in the bank.
Yeah.
People who are in the silver that waited now 6 years for nothing.
Like I said, my average for quite a long time was about 30, 40 people a day, new subscribers, every day practically. It was the average. And that was me just doing the new stuff, trying to tell people about whatever. And then cryptos hit. And then I started talking, yeah, 900,000. Then I started talking about cryptos, and me and Cliff-High are doing videos and Bix, and we're having these Amigos chats about all this stuff. And it's not even so much those either, but just me talking about cryptos now multiple times a week because there's totally stuff to talk about. And my numbers are now 100 something a day, 50, 80, 100, 200, like it's all over the damn map.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's averages around 2,000, sometimes more.
See, your story is a real story. You know the guy who does the commercial with, I was making $25,000 a year living in my mother's house.
Yep.
I was $25,000 in debt, working in a whatever. You see, the stories like that are a crock.
Yeah, okay? Of course. Paid actor.
Right. And they put him in a house. They stick him in a freaking house. He paid just to be there for 15 minutes, where he walks through his pool table and his pool and his sauna or whatever. But it's a commercial.
Yeah, listen, I clicked on that link. I clicked on the link because I said, I got to see this. Hi, I'm Carl Kanai, whatever his name is. Let me click on this moron's page. I got to see this.
Right.
There's no videos under his channel. There's one single video, and it's that video of him walking through the house telling you about how great, follow me, whatever. There's nothing there. There's no content. His advertising video is the video. It's the only video on his damn YouTube page. There's nothing there. Go ahead, sign up. Go ahead, sign up for your free newsletter. You get the free newsletter. Now, here's what you need to buy if you really want the goods. Again, it's the same tactic everywhere else. That's why I love being able to be on YouTube and tell everybody, here's what I have to say. Here's what I'm doing. You could follow me if you want to follow me. Don't follow me if you don't. But when I make some of these moves, I can't tell you every single thing I'm doing. I'd be doing a million videos. But I will tell you some general things I'm doing. Hey, Friday, guys, the Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash thing, it's going down. We need to watch this. Here's what I'm going to do. I let people know if they did exactly what I did, they would have done very well this past week.
Right. Just like Little Marino does the same thing.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The thing is, I don't have to ask anybody to, in order to get this information from me, just, go to my website and buy this thing for me. It's a private subscription only, and it costs you, an arm and not even an arm and $50. Exactly. And I don't want to do that, but I do see a need for cryptocurrency security and people getting fake left and right, going to fake websites and putting in their private keys and losing it all. And I'm like, I can program, man. I'm really considering making this program to try to help keep stuff on lockdown for people to keep them safe. And then also the remote control program I have, build it into that. It's already got the code. It's already there. And then let people help other people. Hey, you got a friend, a family, an uncle, cousin. Hey, buddy, I'll jump in your computer remotely with Joe, J74's tool, and I'll help you out. And then you could pay him or them back and forth some cryptos. Now that's not going to be built in to be able to pay, but that'd be between you and them.
But you really can't tell. You can tell if something's a scam. What
do you mean?
When I say, I don't know if you mean when you say to protect people that someone doesn't get into their wallet.
Yeah, meaning your private keys. When you create these wallets, like myetherwallet.com, where people go, they create an address which gives you a private key. You gotta have the private key. That way you can get into these ICOs. So that's the main way people are getting into these ICOs through MyEtherWallet. So all the fake MyEtherWallet sites are coming up, sending out the spam emails across the world. You click on it. Oh, I gotta log in. They made a change. They said today I've gotta log in. And the average person doesn't realize all that MyEtherWallet is a gateway to the Ethereum network, the blockchain. So there's never going to be a reason you ever have to go there and put in your key or anything ever. But people are people, so they don't know, I got to go there and log in. And the thing is, for me, if they knew they had my program, they would know I'm not going to click the link in the email. I'm going to use J74's program, click on his button, that will take me to MyEtherWallet, and then I'll log in. Even if they still believe that they need to log in, at least it's safe because they went to the real site. Whereas if they click the damn email link, they went to the wrong site and they may be about to get cleaned out. As I was doing my video last night, the live stream, I get this email from what looked like Bitcoin, Coinbase, the main exchange, one of the exchanges I bought a lot of my coins from originally. And hey, someone has attempted to log into your account. if you authorize this device, click here. I'm like, oh, well, that's the email I've gotten before when I use, my laptop or something. And I know it's me because I just tried to log in and it says, go check your email. And then there it is. I click on it and I'm allowed in. Well, I got one as I'm doing this video. I had been logging into Coinbase recently. So I'm like, oh, crap. Did someone compromise my account? And I'm looking at it. And then I hover the mouse over the link. Being an IT guy, I know what to look for. Oh, this goes to a whole different website. This isn't the real deal. This is the fake one. So they want you to log in and again, authorize the computer and log in first. So it's like, holy crap, people are going to be clicking on this. Now they got access to your Coinbase account. So it's like, man. And again, if someone's using my
access to their account, they can take it out, and where's it go?
Well, Coinbase, again, they have two-factor authentication. They may not have been able to get in fully, but it's an attempt for sure. And then they get your password at least. And then at least if they have your password, they may realize, oh, well, this guy's probably on some other exchanges. So I'll start using his login and password elsewhere. That may not have two-factor authentication, and then start trying to clean them out somewhere else. So again, if anyone has my program, they're going to know. And I'll have it right there on the front of the damn program every time you open it. If you ever get an email from any of these exchanges or websites, never open it. Use my link here.
If you did that in your video, wouldn't that be sufficient enough?
Well, maybe. But then the other new people are going to have to know that video exists and find it and everything. It'd be better if they just everyone knows, hey, download this program. It'll auto-update itself, constantly. And there'll be some tools involved and maybe some screenshots.
People that follow you, because they know they're getting scammed by somebody, out there.
Right, it's all over the place. And now, not only are we getting people get scammed, they're willingly joining these Ponzi schemes for getting quick, make a quick buck, and they're getting scammed there. So it's like, people must just want to get freaking scammed. Like, that's what we do. We just want to get freaking taken. I mean, we're so used to it from the government and everybody else. We just, no, let me try this. I'm used to getting scammed. Let me jump in here. Maybe one time out of 10, I won't get scammed. I'm reading comments of people, oh, was it that one? And I got scammed and I lost on that one too. But I'm going to jump into this one because it's early. And I'm like, you're going to jump into a third one because it's early. Whereas the other two you thought were early enough. You lost on both those. You lost all your money. So now you're getting a third MLM Ponzi scheme and hope you made. I'm reading these comments. Yeah. You freaking moron.
It's desperation. People are starting to get desperate, and they see the stuff that you're getting, and you're not doing it like these commercials do it. This is my mansion and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would never ever have a video of me walking around this beautiful. Yeah, you look at my castle-looking house. It's beautiful, and look at my 3-car garage, my man cave that I just had done, and look at this property. They're putting that in your face to get you to say, I want that. I want to live like that. I want those things. I'm following these. I'm looking at the comments of this idiot Craig Grant who does those videos. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Look at my Bitcoin wallet. Look how much Bitcoin I got.
Oh yeah, go ahead. He had like $600,000 in there or something.
Right now he's claiming it got stolen and he's playing games. Anyways, people are gonna see him, and I'm looking at these comments. These are zombie comments. I want to follow you, dude. I want to be like you. I want to make it like you, man. Teach me, man. And he is teaching you. Start putting ads on YouTube, show this fake, you make a fake wallet if you have to, and have them sign up under you under another multi-level marketing scam known as, in this case, BitConnect, that will go down in flames just like the rest of them at some point in time. And
what does he have to do with BitConnect?
He's signed up, and everybody who signs up, you get an affiliate link. Use my affiliate link, and anybody who signs up under you, you get X number of %. And if they sign up somebody under them, they get a %.
He's a referral.
Right. And that's the thing with these things. You know how we were talking earlier. You put 100. You put 10,000 in, 10%. You get $100 a day. What they do is when someone uses your link and they sign up,
that investment.
Right. So if another person under you, let's say, puts in 10,000, you get 10% immediately. So he just pulls in $1,000. He can withdraw it immediately. He doesn't have to wait 6 months. You can take it out right away. So all he needs is a bunch of people under him taking their commissions, the referral commission. He could give a rat's ass if the thing implodes, next week, next month. It doesn't matter.
He already got his. He's not waiting at all to get his money. He already got cash.
Right. And that was my scenario. So that's why I said I'm giving this back. I'm giving it back to everybody because I see how this works. And this people are gonna get crushed, and all the people that push these things know how that system works, which is why they're pushing it. So I've been calling out some people lately on YouTube to say, hey, look at these pumpers of this. I mean, you people are gonna get crushed following these guys, and they don't care.
This is what the Silver Goldman thought you were doing.
Well, yeah, that's a funny thing because Silver Goldman, you look at his channel. I go after the pumpers of silver and gold and all the scams. Not even the multi-level marketing stuff because he didn't even know about that at the time. None of us did. So he's claiming to be the scam crusher, yet he doesn't have a single video on any of these people that are doing this to other people. He doesn't have one thing. He's going after old Snippy because Snippy banned him from his forum for berating people.
And he's pissed off at
even Cliff a couple times. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I don't even pay attention to this moron anymore. This guy is just and people, you go there again, there's 5, 6 comments. it's 36 comments, 5 only show he's deleted, 20 of them because they're telling him, like, what's wrong with you, dude? You're a mental case. Like, shut up, and he won't let it stand, so he just removes them. But I'm not even looking at this guy. I don't even care about this guy. He can do anything he wants.
I haven't looked at him in a long time either. But, yeah, I mean, they're taking the whole world's corruption is now going to a new level, and it's into the crypto world because there's so much money recently, let's say the last year or so, that's going into this. Because there are success stories when something just begins. And some of these companies will be legit and be successful.
Sure.
And it's probably going to be less than 50-50. It might be 1 out of every 5 or something like that. The other 4 are going to go down the tubes. And some people are going to lose everything they've got. Those who diversify, which is the way you're supposed to do this, you'll do good on this one, maybe not so good on that one. But I'll get, maybe 1,000, tokens of this particular thing. If it goes to $2, all right, so $2 times 1,000, what does it cost me? $300?
Right.
Right. I make $2,000. If I can make $5-10 grand out of this over the next year or 2 years, what do I give a flying crap? Is that not I need? It's just, not that success is a very beautiful thing. It's fantastic. But at your age, you've got a family, you've got other family members, you can set your kids up, whatever. You've got the opportunity to do that, and you have the base. You've got subscribers that know you're legit. And they're going to tell other people, because I had 2 requests. Spiro called me just the other day. What's his name? Jay? How do you spell that? Jay. I told him, okay, man, the guy's got his time. He wants to invest $1,000, And then the other guy over here, the towing kid, nice guy, his friend's got $10,000. They're going to go into BitConnect. I said, don't do it, man. And then I looked up BitConnect and found out where it started. Holy crap, it's like it was less than $1. Oh, my God, you could invest $100.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that, though. The BitConnect tokens are controlled and are mainly on their own exchange. That's where this whole thing came from. So they have their own. This is essentially the CME group, so to speak, where they set the price only on their exchange. BitConnect created its own BitConnect exchange, and it only trades BitConnect. It doesn't trade. You don't go to the BitConnect exchange and trade all these other tokens like everywhere else you can. You can only trade BitConnect. So they run their exchange. You never see their exchange. You don't even really log into their exchange. You log into their platform dashboard, and then you can do buy and sell orders through there, which attaches to their exchange. But again, you don't really get to see anything. So they have the opportunity and are using it to manipulate the price of their tokens. They've just recently, there have been a couple of other exchanges that have allowed the BitConnect tokens to be traded over there. But when you look at the volume, and I'm trying to show people this, look, you have 2 or 3 other exchanges that now you can play with BitConnect on the tokens. But look at the volume. There's nothing happening there. 95% of the volume, $20 million worth daily, whatever, is happening on the BitConnect exchange only. So if these things are that valuable, wouldn't they be being changed out for Bitcoin and other things and these other exchanges? Why is all the 95 or more % on this? So it's just, again, I can't trust that. Even though some people who said, yeah, I got in on these tokens back when they were pennies and maybe they sat on them this whole time, making a massive fortune. But again, at the end of the day, it was because of a massive Ponzi scheme. There's a little bit for me now that I've recognized everything, but how these things work. And even BitPetite, if I knew what I knew now then, I would have never even gave the huge disclaimer of, hey, this is risky. I would have just never even done it, never even talked about it, never even attempted it myself, just left it alone. But it was a wake-up call. It enabled me to really figure out a lot of how this works. Now I can see it from a mile away.
It's like when you go into a silver contract and you think by putting a stop, you are safe at, say, $500 loss, and that's the worst I can get, to go to find out when it actually happens to you. Excuse me, dude. It went through the stop. There was no one there at your stop to stop you. Therefore, there is no such thing as a stop. It's just a term.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a stop. Yeah, there's a stop if there's buyers. But it doesn't say that.
And they don't decide if there's a buyer or not.
Right, and it doesn't say when you put a stop in if there's buyers. It just talks about putting a stop in place. You just have to understand and have the knowledge that if there's a stop and there's no buyers, you're effed.
Right. Therefore, a stop may work, and sometimes a stop won't. And if it's time to clean house, they're going to do it where no one's going to get, everyone's going to get cleaned out. It's going to take a long time again before anyone trusts this thing. Yep. Years have to go by before they can do it again. Because once they do that clean everyone out.
Right, no one's going to play the game.
By the multiple thousands, if not millions, the game will be done. Right. And with the crypto, because there's so many different things, yeah, you can get cleaned out on one crypto, but hey, shut up, man. Mine's doing fine over here. Just leave me alone. I'm happy with mine. And then that puts confidence back into the system. But when you have gold and silver, the 2 things that the whole world says is real money, and you see them both go down, people get cleaned out. There's nowhere else to go. Now what do? Go back to the stock market? Well, I have nothing else to go back to. I have nothing left to use. I'm cleaned out,
Yep.
So I think the crypto thing is really a fantastic thing. The whole thing might be a scam before sooner or later, but it's the same thing with the stock market. The only one buying Papa John stock is Papa John.
Right.
He's taking his money, he's borrowing at 1%, and he's putting it in the stock, Papa John stock.
Right, stock buybacks. That's the game. That's the game all the big corporate powers do. Stock buybacks, stock buybacks. They've been borrowing the money for nothing. Of course. So now they've got that, and even that's going to get to a point when they've got all that debt to pay back, and all the stock buybacks end. Of course, now where we're at with the Federal Reserve, we'll step in. We'll step in and pump these up. But your company, we're not helping you. We only help the major indexes. You know, the Dow, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ. Everybody else, sorry about your luck, piss off.
Right. So the average consumer, the average citizen, has no way of doing anything because they don't have the funds to be able to play that game, except with crypto. You can't even do it with silver and gold. You have to actually own so much of it to do anything with it. At least with a crypto, that's cheap. And it starts to move up. You can then take some of that, cash it, get another crypto, get another this. Because each one is not dependent on the other.
Right. That's what I was just telling my people last night in my live stream. I said, look, I can't wait for like next year to come around because all these ICOs that you and I were all in, some of them it's flat, whatever. And now you're starting to see, and look at these, they're already going up now, and there ain't even hardly any news on some of these, and they're already going up right now, guys. So it's like, wait till next year when you're said, oh man, I remember Joe, we got it on that one at 10 cents, or it's dollars now. Hey, guess what? You may not even have to liquidate all of it. Scrape some off the top of all your whole portfolio, and then reinvest it in the new ICOs that are coming out. Because here's the other thing. Ethereum has bounced between $200 and $300 during some of these ICOs that we dealt with. So let's just say it was $300 for the whole time because it really has hovered around $300 for a while. So that's at that price. So then they're saying, well, you get this many tokens for one Ethereum. So you get 400 tokens for one Ethereum. Well, what's going to happen when Ethereum is $600 and another ICO comes out? Let's just say that same ICO came out a second time, just whatever, just to keep it all the same. The conversion is not going to be the same. They're not going to give you 400 tokens for one ETH now. It's worth twice as much.
Right.
So as the price of ETH goes up, the token distribution is going to be honestly less. You'll get less tokens as the price goes up, because they're going to set the value of them based on the current price of ETH or whatever. Or, so instead of 400 tokens for one ETH, you'll get 400 tokens for half an ETH or whatever. So that kind of thing. But next year, everyone starts liquidating some of this stuff, and I don't think I'd recommend anyone liquidate all of it because again, if the price keeps going up, you don't want to liquidate Google the second year, do you? Hey, look, it's been going on for 10, 15 years now.
No, but you could liquidate your initial cost.
Absolutely, and not only that, some extra. Hell, take a nice profit off of all of them. Now you've got all this,
and then leave the rest there. It's like
exactly.
Those baseball cards.
Exactly.
And those baseball cards, I went to God knows how many baseball card shops. 10, 15. Make me an offer on the whole thing. Top offer was like $600. And the guy said, "You're going to sell it to me?" I said, "No, man." I then went out and found individuals that would buy card by card. And I sold 11 cards of some of the best ones, and I got my $600 on 11 cards, which meant I knew it wasn't going to last forever.
Yep.
It's hot right now. If the best offer you could get was $600 for the whole collection and you sell 11 cards, that got you $600. You could never be upset that you should have grabbed the money when you had the chance because now it's going down the tubes. You already got the money with 11 cards. And after you got your initial, not even investment, I got the cards for free on my cards. Then you sold card by card, $15 for that card, $50. So I must have gotten back probably well over $3,000. I still have here thousands of cards, but they're not worth anything. And that's the way you play it. Never get in and totally get out.
Yeah.
You just take your profits out.
Don't marry them.
Yeah, and let the rest of it, if you want whatever's left, take some of it out and diversify it into another crypto. So I think people are having fun with this. It
is. You're talking to somebody right now. Look, I'm sitting in this beautiful house. I can't wait till next week to get the RV. The kids are dying. Dad, when we get the RV, we want the RV. Can we take it home today? Hey, just relax, guys. It's coming. So it's couldn't do this without cryptos, man. I couldn't do it without cryptos. I wouldn't be talking right now about this.
You can never do it, and you can never do it following the game of the United States of America and put money in
JP Morgan,
or second home or third home and collect rent and pay tax. No, just keep paying the property taxes because as long as you're paying the property taxes, the county is going to be very, very happy with as many homes as you decide to own.
Of course, and that's how it goes.
No overhead. You don't have to have a building to make money doing this over here. You just go buy it, you watch it, and you observe it. And even with myself, since this is a game, if I doubled, tripled my money, I'm not going to say, well, I got to hang in there until it hits even a higher number. I'll just take the profits and then go say, Joe, you got 1,000 different cryptos over here that I could pick from. All right? That one makes sense to me. I'll go with that one. I only went with this one because I saw the interview and it was under $1. And I'm thinking, that's where you make it. When 30 cents can turn to $5, let's say 30 cents turned into $3, that's 10 times, right?
Right.
To do that with a $300 coin, you have to invest 10 times, or whatever. You got to be spending.
Right, like Bitcoin, $8,000.
That's ridiculous. You don't buy it at 8,000.
However, it's going to 20. So people recognize, hey, this is one of the safe coins. I don't have to play ICO stuff and all that. It's going to 20 probably next year, according to Cliff. Actually, as insane as that sounds, it might be a good idea. I can double plus my money.
If you keep what you already have, don't buy more.
Well, why?
You don't buy more, but
why
you
not?
Just keep what you've got to go for the ride. No, let's say you had 2 or 3 of them, you would just take one and then take that cash out that you made a tremendous profit on and start to observe these other new cryptos that come out.
Yeah,
it makes no difference whether the 8,000 turns to 20. If you took 8,000 into a coin that's, say, $1.
Well, PayPal, right?
PayPal. And PayPal goes from $1 up to $3. Well, that's 3 times. Your 8,000 ain't going to go up 3 times. It's just going to double.
Well,
got it?
Yeah, but it will. I'm telling you, Bitcoin's going to double and triple, quadruple again. But I do think it will take longer. I agree. You should take some profits and put them into some of these other ones.
Less people pushing it up. Because who's got that kind of money to buy one?
Well, that's the key, though. You don't have to buy one. You can buy a 10th, a 100th, a 5th.
That's true. That's true.
And again, I think all that matters is people pick some of these damn things and sit back and hold on. As I say, hold on for dear life, because just sit on them. You don't have to play the game. You don't have to go out like I did Friday. Hey, watch Bitcoin Cash. You could have sat back and watched it. Oh crap! It hit $8,000 a week later. Anyways, I just sat on mine. It was worth $6,000 just less than a month ago. Right. And you're happy. But there's those of us out there that want to
3,300 about what? 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
Yeah, about 2.5, 3 months ago.
Then it backed up to about 5,000.
Yep, have a little pushback.
Backed off. 3,700.
Yep. And think about the people who want to play. Think about the people who want to play that game. I just want to get in. Okay, looks like it's at a high. I'm going to sell off right now. Let's see what happens. And then go back in again. And I'm looking at all the altcoins too, and I'm like, guys, every time I come out here and talk to you, I could just pick your favorite one, and this happens every single time. You could sit here and you could scrape 10, 20% off constantly.
Yeah.
Just
I wanted to get in. When I saw the PayPal go to 17 cents, my first thought is this is going to 0. The other thought was, wait a minute, put the $100 into it now, and the 17 and the 33 come out to 50 when you add them both together. You divide it by 2, you have 25 cents into these now, not 33 cents.
Cost averaging, yeah.
But only because it jumped from 17, 22, 29, it hit 30, and then I looked 46. I thought, there's no end to this game. This thing hasn't even started yet, and it went there. So, even investment firm, somebody is putting money into this because it's still under $1. Who can't afford to buy 10 tokens under $1?
Right. Oh, sure. Well, here's the other thing though. Like OMG, the OMG Go thing. It's going to be, I think, a really killer platform when it gets really going. And I was telling people about it around $7.50. It went up to like 9 or 10, maybe $12 or something. I forget the actual high on that one. I want to say like $12. Came back down, went down to 6 something the other day. I'm telling people, hey, it's screaming by me. Just telling you, it's screaming by me. It's back up to $8 something today, I think. But so that's an example of one that's not pennies at the moment. It's dollars. However, it has the potential to go up $50, $60. 10 times, even at that price. So,
but don't you think it's easier?
Oh, sure.
33 cents
yes.
to go to $2,
right?
Than a $3 going to.
It is, but the math is still the same. If you can afford.
Psychologically, I own. See, oh, you have PayPal? Yeah, I got 1,000. I got 1,000 tokens. Man, you must be loaded. You don't tell them it's 33 cents. Right? So people will go for the cheapo because they feel that it's the quantity of what they have.
True.
That has more opportunity for each one of those tokens. Just like if you have 1 Bitcoin, only that 1 Bitcoin can move so much. But if you have 1,000 Bitcoin, that moves. You can be a millionaire.
Right.
You can be a millionaire with even something that starts at 33 cents that goes to $20, $50, whatever it may be.
Right.
You keep buying every month. You just keep buying, your $100 worth of it. Just keep keep buying it. And that's what I'm going to do. In fact, I'll probably, about another week or so, buy another 100. And it's far more exciting to look at that stupid thing and having to go with the guy at the coin shop and you buy from him, $20, and then you need a few bucks, and you go about, I'll give you 17 for it. And you're not pissed off at the guy. The guy's got to make a living. But who needs that aggravation?
Oh, and not only that. Remember the other guy, you go to sell them back. These don't like these. These don't look real to me. I don't want to take those back.
Yeah, and I bought them from you.
Yeah, I bought them from you, moron. What do you mean? They're fake. You didn't have a problem selling to me.
Even the guy over here did the same thing to me. I forgot what his first name was. Corbin.
Yeah.
Corbin, I bought the freaking coins from you. You're the only guy I'm going to. No, you didn't buy from me. I said, you're doing the same thing the other guy did over there on Flex Revenue. It's because it's a tough game, man. It's a tough game. When you're buying for $17 and you're selling for $20, how much are people selling you at one shot?
Right.
See, if a guy comes in with 1,000 and he gives you 1,700 or whatever, 17,000 on 1,000 of them, and he gets back 20,000. Well, is he going to sell them all at one shot? I don't think so.
Right.
He has inventory to sell one by one. He's got the guy working here for $10 an hour. He's got a sister working over there. He's got the overhead, electricity. Has to show up at work and deal with humanity. Who are saying, when the hell is this price going to go anywhere, man? It's been 6 years. It's gone absolutely freaking nowhere. You don't have to do this with this. You can say, hey, man, I bought some crypto, man. I'm going to sell $1,000.
Right.
What would you invest? No, I spent like $300. I got $1,000 back. I want in, man. That's why you're getting yourself so many subscribers, because everyone's starting to see there's nothing out there. The system is so rigged, you don't have a chance to get ahead. And if you make more money, we're just going to tax you more. We'll put you in a higher tax bracket, and you'll pay more to the government. And the government didn't do a damn thing. It was your efforts, it's your work that you put into it to donate to the government, to give it to people who do absolutely freaking nothing and try to milk it.
When they have the power to print the damn money, not borrow it into existence, just print it and use it for all government expenses.
Everybody's happy, except the person who has to go to work every single day and pay taxes and drive to his job and fix his car, etc. Unless he really loves his job.
Yeah, and even with that rotten system in place, if you're playing the crypto game, you're still going to pay your taxes and smile on your damn face. Have a huge smile on your face.
You put no effort into it.
Right. Now we get to see what that ends like. Hey, we're getting all this money and we don't have to hardly work for it. No wonder why the government loves it.
They're playing their game.
Yeah.
They don't want you to play their game. That's what they want you to do, kind of thing. They want you to go to work every day, sweat your ass off, moan and groan all you want to, because after you're done moaning and groaning, you're going to say, what the hell did I accomplish today going to my job? I think I'm going to go buy myself a toy.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to the mall and buy myself a nice pair of...
Right, that's how we do it. I'm working hard. I don't have hardly much.
That's what they do. They work over there. They make good money, commissions, whatever it may be. And what makes them happy, I'm going to go buy another this. I'm going to go over here. They're doing it not because they love what they do. It's because it makes decent money. And then when they have their own time to do what they want to do, they're going to buy something overpriced, total retail, and end up with nothing. You know what I mean? It's just a crazy, crazy rat race. This is the unrat race of them all.
Yeah.
And that's why this is good. And if I lose it, I don't give a flying crap, because I understand what, for the most part, what it's all about. And, now you're better off doing it this way. Just tell them what you're doing. Just say, oh, I switch this to that, whatever it may be.
Right. But the thing is, if again, as we get in the future, and we got money, money's coming in now all of a sudden, and people start, hey, I want Joe, what are you recommending, man? What are you looking? I'll have to get back into it, because I too am going to want to move some stuff into some of these new ones. When there's good ideas coming out, I still want to be involved. But I think just right now with all the multi-level scamming, I need this crap to just blow up. I need like BitConnect, some of these couple big name ones, USI Tech, BitConnect. Let these things go down where they're like down. They're just it's game over. You can't go there. The whole thing collapsed.
Don't give the scammers accessibility to loyal subscribers to you,
right,
who see that you're honest. They're dishonest. They're saying, oh my God, this is the guy that we want. These people are going to follow this Messiah. You see, that's the problem with sometimes putting yourself in a position, not that you have, but other people, preachers, success stories, how I had nothing and I have everything. Wow, if they can do it. You've done it. You're there, but you didn't do it by scamming anyone.
That's right. I was legit.
Will come to you to not only scam your time, they're going to scam your subscribers. And $1 million is a lot of freaking scam.
That's right.
A lot.
That's right.
And it was very easy for them to do that. And if it's not you, it's going to be someone else.
That's right. It's going to be these other ones who know, and that's the difference. These other guys who are pushing this, they know. They've been in the game. I was never into the game. I got in and learned as it happened. So these people are doing it. They know exactly what's going on. And again, they don't care nothing about anything other than I want my effing referral commission. That's all I care about. I'm going to pretend like I'm your friend. I'm the face of YouTube. Subscribe to me. Everybody, I give a tenth of a Bitcoin out every single day to celebrate. A tenth of a Bitcoin, that's $800. Oh, yeah. So you got all these idiots, these zombies going over there and just posting a ridiculous comment. You know, anything, just post something related to what the guy said, and here's my ID, so you can, you know, so you can send me, guess I'm the lucky winner in the lottery, you know, your lottery. None of these people care, and it's just like, man, can't, you know, I feel like I want to.
If you want to expose them, go ahead and expose them, like you all have been, like that one guy, the black dude.
Yeah, Craig.
I gotta go.
Listen,
all right,
before we go, any updates on Jabroni?
He's every day.
Is he out there? He's out there fixing lawnmowers with the old man.
I'm going to tell you the scam, okay?
Yeah.
He's a scam gentleman. Here's what he does. He goes out and he buys a lawnmower for like $50. He knows the price, what they're worth, right? He wants to be on the property. He's so alienated. He's so lonely that he has to come someplace, and it has to be here because no one else on the planet wants anything to do with him. So he buys a lawnmower, and after he gets the lawnmower, he says, the deck that's on the lawnmower that he has is in bad shape, and he has to get another one. The old man has a deck that'll go perfectly on the lawnmower that he just brought over there. The deck is shot, but the old man's got a deck. Give me that deck so I can put it on my lawnmower, and I will buy you a deck. What a waste of time, okay? This is a freaking waste of time. You buy the lawnmower for $50, the most you're going to sell for is $250 at any point. So so he counts the old man, it's going with that. Then he finds the deck, another one for $50, and he brings the deck over to the old man, and then he takes a week, 2 weeks, whatever it may be, to milk it, to put this deck on here. I got to paint the deck for the old man, you know, keep him happy. Meanwhile, they're yelling at each other and, you know, sarcasm. And I just go out there for a minute, and I just laugh, and I come back out. Who needs this in their time of their life when you're that old? I mean, one guy's 85, Jabroni's probably closing in on 70, 71, whatever. And he's just sucking time. Then the old man will be like, I'm unavailable. So he's got a beautiful garden now, he's got it going. So the phone rings, I can hear it through the wall, okay? And I'll hear his voice.
Jabroni's?
Because the old man, yeah, because the old man says, don't come over here no more at 7:30, 8 o'clock. He was here 2 weeks ago at 8 o'clock in the morning, beating the crap out of this deck. I mean, hitting that metal. And I'm thinking, don't you realize, you freaking moron, someone lives over here and is renting here on a property you don't even belong on, and you're just banging this thing here? You're waking me up. I didn't say nothing. It was like, I'll let him slide, you know. But that's how he says it. It's all about his loneliness. He's got nothing to do with himself, so he's going to come over here. So he'll call up. The old man says, don't come here no more at 8 o'clock in the morning. But what does he do? He calls the old man around 7:30 every morning. I'm going to come by, all right? I think come back later, all right. He doesn't show up that day. So now that he's almost near the end of this thing, which he's still going to milk it, he calls, the old man says, between 12 and 2, I close up shop, I take my nap, I have my lunch, I take my nap. 2 o'clock sharp, the old man goes outside, he's working on his garden, phone rings. I put my ear to the wall. Okay, it's 2 o'clock, just want to see if I could come over now. Well, don't, you know, if he doesn't answer the phone, then you can't come over. And then at 4 o'clock, the old man is done for the day. So you basically narrowed it down to, you've got between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and then you come here in the morning. Why don't you just say, stay off my property and just let me live my life and go get your own life. But you can't, so they bicker with each other and throw digs at each other, and 85-year-old doesn't need that. You don't need that in your life. That's just, you know, just the way he is. So Jabroni, yeah, he's around. But he don't come around back. He doesn't knock on my door. And one time he parked his van in the backyard. I went out there and said, oh, man, you tell him to move that freaking thing from the backyard and put it back in the front. There's no need for him to be in the backyard. And basically, the old man tells everybody, that backyard is Steve's, okay?
Yep.
That is his backyard. Part of his apartment is the backyard. So if you don't want it, move it, you know. So we have a good relationship, you know, we get along fine. Jabroni's not as bad as he was in the past because if something happens, I just quickly go ahead and complain to the old man about it, and then he'll straighten it out. But he realizes the guy's a drain.
I don't know why he deals with
that. Way over now. What?
I don't know why he deals with that. Just get this Jabroni off your freaking property, man. You saw what he did. Had his damn trailer there. Get him the hell out of there. Stop.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that he does that, but he has been keeping out of the garage more as far as he's working on. He's got a beautiful, I mean, he built his garden up really nice with a sprinkler system, and
yeah.
Then he went to the place out next door to some other guy who was like really cleaning that place up really nice, so he goes over there, helps the guy a little bit. But yeah, Jabroni's still in the picture. You get with your Jabroni, but no, you get with your riff-raff.
Riff-raff, yeah. Yeah,
it doesn't really bother me. Okay, I gotta go.
All right, too.
All right, bye.